Joshua 5. Then sang Deborah and Barak, son of Abinoam, on that day, saying, for the leaders who took the lead in Israel, for the people who offered themselves willingly, bless the Lord. Hear, O kings, give ear, O princes. I will sing to the Lord. I will sing praise to the Lord, the God of Israel. Lord, when you went forth out of Seir, when you marched out of the field of Edom, the earth trembled, and the heavens also dropped. Yes, the clouds dropped water. The mountains quaked at the presence of the Lord. Yes, yonder Sinai at the presence of the Lord, the God of Israel. After the days of Shamgar, son of Anath, after the days of Jael, meaning here Ehud, the caravans ceased, travelers walked through byways. The villages were unoccupied, and rulers ceased in Israel until you arose. You, Deborah, arose, a mother in Israel. Formerly they chose new gods, then war was in the gate. Was there a shield or spear seen among 40,000 in Israel? My heart goes out to the commanders of Israel who offered themselves willingly among the people. Bless the Lord. Tell of it, you who ride on white donkeys, you who sit on rich carpet, and you who walk by the way. Far from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous act toward his villagers in Israel. Then the people of the Lord went down to the gate. Awake, awake, Deborah, awake, awake, utter a song. Arise, Barak, and lead away your captives, you son of Abinoam. Then down marched the remnant of the nobles, the people of the Lord marched down for me against the mighty. Out of Ephraim they came down, whose root is in Amalek. After you, Benjamin, with your kinsman. Out of Machir came down commanders and lawgivers, and out of Zebulun, those who handle the pen or stylus of the writer, and the princes of Issachar came with Deborah, and Issachar was faithful to Barak. Into the valley they rushed forth at his heels. But among the clans of Reuben were great searching of heart. Why, Reuben, did you linger among the sheepfolds, listening to the piping for the flocks? Among the clans of Reuben there were great searchings of heart. Gilead remained beyond the Jordan, and why did Dan stay with the ships? Asher sat still on the sea coast and remained by his creeks. These came not forth to battle for God's people, but Zebulun was a people who they injured their lives to the death. Naphtali did also on the heights of the field. The kings came and fought, then fought the kings of Canaan at Tanakh by the waters of Megiddo. Gain of booty they did not obtain. From the heavens the stars fought. From their courses they fought against Sisera. The torrent Kaishan swept the fall away. The onrushing torrent, the torrent Kaishan. Oh, my soul, march on with the strength. Then the horse's hoofs beat loudly because of the galloping of fleeing valiant riders. Curse Merus, said the messenger of the Lord. Curse bitterly its inhabitant, because they came not to the help of the Lord, to the help of the Lord against the mighty. Blessed above women shall Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite, be blessed. Shall she be above women in the tent. Sisera asked for water, and she gave him milk. She brought him curds in a lordly dish. She put her left hand to the tent pin, and her right hand to the workman's hammer. And with the wooden hammer she smote Sisera. She smote his head. Yes, she struck and pierced his temple. He sank, he fell, he lay still at her feet. And her feet he sank, he fell. Where he sank, there he fell, dead. The mother of Sisera looked out at a window and wailed through the lattice. Why is his chariot so long in coming? Why do the hoofbeats of his chariots tarry? Her wise ladies answered her, yet she repeated her words to herself. Have they not found and been dividing the spoil? A maiden or two for every man, a spoil of dyed garments for Sisera, a spoil of dyed stuffs embroidered, 2 pieces of dyed work embroidered for my neck as a spoil. So let all your enemies perish, O Lord, but let those who love him be like the sun when it rises in its might, and the land had peace and rest for 40 years. precious Ellie Burgos. Sorry, I read the comment after reading. Hi, precious Low. Thank you so much. Hi, precious. I'm just a key. Thank you so much. I skipped chapter 4, so I will read Judges 4. But after Ehud died, the Israelites again did evil in the sight of the Lord. So the Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan, who reigned in Hajar. The commander of his army was Sisera, who dwelt in Harosheth Hagoyim, fortress or city of the nations. Then the Israelites cried to the Lord, for Jabin had 900 chariots of iron and had severely oppressed the Israelites for 20 years. Now Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lepidus, judged Israel at that time. She sat under the palm tree of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel in the hill country of Ephraim. And the Israelites came up to her for judgment. And she sent and called Barak, son of Abinoam, from Kadesh in Naphtali, and said to him, Has not the Lord, the God of Israel, commanded you, go, gather your men at Mount Tabor, taking 10,000 men from the tribes of Naphtali and Zebulun, and I will draw out Sisera, the general of Jabin's army, to meet you at the river Kishon with his chariots and his multitude, and I will deliver him into your hand. And Barak said to her, "If you will go with me, then I'll go. But if you will not go with me, I will not go." And she said, "I will surely go with you. Nevertheless, the trip you take will not be for your glory. For the Lord will sell Sisera into the hand of a woman." And Deborah arose and went with Barak to Kadesh. And Barak called Zebulun and Naphtali to Kadesh. And he went up with 10,000 men at his heels, and Deborah went up with him. Now Heber the Kenite, of the descendants of Hobab, the father-in-law of Moses, had separated from the Kenites and encamped as far away as the oak in Zananim, which is near Kadesh. When he was told Sisera that Barak, son of Abinoam, had gone up to Mount Tabor, Sisera gathered together all his chariots, even 900 chariots of iron, and all the men who were with him from Harosheth Hagoyim to the river Kishon. And Deborah said to Barak, "Up, for this is the day when the Lord has given Sisera into your hand. Is not the Lord gone out before you?" So Barak went down from Mount Tabor with 10,000 men following him. And the Lord confused and terrified Sisera and his chariot drivers and all his army before Barak with the sword. And Sisera alighted from his chariot and fled on foot. But Barak pursued after the chariot and the army to Harosheth Hagoyim, and all the army of Sisera fell by the sword. Not a man was left. But Sisera fled on foot to the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite. For there was peace between Jabin, the king of Hazor, and the house of Heber the Kenite. And Jael went out to meet Sisera and said to him, Turn aside, my lord, turn aside to me. Have no fear. So he turned aside to her into the tent, and she covered him with a rug. And he said to her, Give me, I pray you, a little water to drink, for I am thirsty. And she opened the skin of milk and gave him a drink and covered him. And he said to her, Stand at the door of the tent, and if any man comes and asks you, Is there any man here? Tell him no. But Jael, Heber's wife, took a tent pin and a hammer in her hand and went softly to him and drove the pin through his temple and into the ground, for he was in a deep sleep from weariness. So he died, and behold, as Barak pursued Sisera, Jael came out to meet him and said to him, Come, and I will show you the man you seek. And when he came into our tent, behold, Sisera lay dead, and the tent pin was in his temples. So God subdued on that day Jabin, king of Canaan, before the Israelites, and the hand of the Israelites bore more and more upon Jabin, king of Canaan, until they had destroyed him. Hi, precious Miss Cruel. Thank you so much. God bless you. I read chapter 5 first. Yeah, sorry. Thank you so much. Sending heart to you as well, precious Miss Cruel. Thank you so much for sharing this precious time together. May God's peace, love, and blessings be with you always. God bless you.